frontal bone. This muscle right here that's right up front, this is called the frontalis. Frontalis. So this is the frontalis muscle. If you guys remember the bone name on this side, that was a temporal bone. So the muscle on this side is called a temporalis. Temporalis. Okay. On the back, the bone back here was called the occipital bone. So this is the occipitalis. Occipitalis. Okay. 3 muscles that are not in your PowerPoint presentation, but we are going to go over. Okay. All right. All right. So the first one that's not on there, this muscle right here, you see that one right in front of the ear? This is called the anterior auricular muscle. Right up there. Anterior auricular muscle.
Oh, those are the ones that are not on the PowerPoint.
Exactly. Anterior auricular muscles right here. So notice that it's anterior to the ear. Okay, so this is anterior to the ear. The next muscle is right above the ear. So above means what in anatomical terms?
Superior.
Superior. So this right here is the superior auricular muscle. Superior auricular muscle. The one in the back over here, this is going to be the posterior auricular muscle. Posterior auricular muscle. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the face, the facial muscles. See this round ring of muscle that surrounds the eye? This right here is called the orbicularis oculi. Orbicularis oculi. So the ring surrounding the eye right here, the ring of muscle surrounding the eye, orbicularis oculi. Now the nasalis is muscle on either side of the nose right here. So these 2 portions of muscles, right here and right here, going across, this right here is the nasalis. Nasalis right here. Okay? Now on this side right here, you see this long muscle that comes down and then it attaches itself towards the lip? This right here is called the levator labii superioris nasi. Levator labii superioris nasi. Okay? The one right next door, this guy right here, is called the levator labii superioris. Levator labii superioris.
The one that is connected to the nose, that's the 2 that I was always getting.
Yeah, this one right here is the levator labii superioris nasi. And then this guy right here, this is levator labii superioris, just by itself. Yeah. And then this one right here, right next to the levator labii superioris, this one right here, it's going to the zygomatic bone. So this guy is called the zygomaticus minor. Zygomaticus minor. Okay, so this one right here. It is called minor because it is shorter than the one right next door to it. This one right here goes further back into the zygomatic bone. So this guy is called the zygomaticus major. Zygomaticus major. Okay. Now this muscle that you see right here making up the cheek, so this is the muscle of the cheek, this is called the buccinator. Buccinator. So this one right here is called the buccinator. It's the muscle of the cheek. On the opposite side, we can actually see a little bit more superficial. So down here will be the buccinator. It'll be actually down below. But right on top of it, this little portion of muscle that actually lets us do this number, this is called the risorius. Risorius. Risorius, like risa, lets you move the mouth almost into a smile, or actually into a smile. So this right here would be the risorius. Okay. Now this big muscle right here that you see, and actually should be popped out a little bit more, is called the masseter. The masseter. Masseter, like in masticar. It actually helps you chew. This is the big muscle right here on the sides that allows you, gives you the most power to chew. Okay. Now around the mouth, we also have a ring of muscle. This one right here, the ring of muscle, is called orbicularis oris. Orbicularis oris. So as you notice, orbicularis means round muscle, round portion of muscle. So here's our orbicularis oculi on top, around the eye, orbicularis oris around the mouth. Now just underneath that, see this triangle-shaped muscle right here? This right here is called triangularis. Triangularis. This one right here. Looks like a big triangle.
That's the one that's close to the
buccinator.
Okay.
And then this one right here, see this one right here? Right next to the triangularis? This is the depressor because it's bringing it down, depressor labii inferioris. Okay? Depressor labii inferioris. So this guy, these two over here were elevating. This one's depressing, bringing down. Labii because it does that to the lips. Inferioris because it's below the superioris on top. Okay? And then the two muscles that you see right here going to the mandibular symphysis, these are called the mentalis. Mentalis. These two right here are the mentalis. Alright. I don't know if I put that one out there. It's MENTALIS.
Which one was it?
It's these two right here, that one right here, and that one right there, going towards the mandibular symphysis. Now, does everybody see this very long muscle right here? Mm-hmm. This actually attaches itself to the mastoid process right behind the ear. Okay? So this muscle continues down, and what happens is it separates into two heads. Okay, see these two heads? One head here, one head here. These are both the same muscle. They just separate into two heads. One head goes towards the clavicle. See how it attaches itself to the clavicle right here? And then the other one goes to the sternum. Okay? So the name of this muscle is the sternocleidomastoid. Sternocleidomastoid. And it's located right back here. All of this right here, both of these heads right here, sternocleidomastoid. Okay? Now we turn this guy back around. It's actually right over here. See this long muscle that comes down? And if it continues, it goes right into the scapula. Okay? This right here is called levator scapula. Levator scapula, or also known as levator scapularis. What it does, levator, elevate. So you bring up your shoulder.
Shrug your shoulder.
Yeah, shrug your shoulder. You bring up the scapula using this muscle right here, the levator scapula. Okay. All right, so those are the muscles of the head. Go ahead and go back to your